Okay, okay. Today is part three of the Amazon order. We're getting ready to ship it today. Today is the Wednesday. Although we could, if needed, we could always ship on a Tuesday or a Thursday. But we're trying to develop a strategy here that we ship in 2 days and it arrives in 2 days. So we're going to go ahead and move forward, and we're going to open up Amazon. I've already been on earlier today, so I didn't have to log in, but that's just a couple of clicks and you're at this page here. So I'm going to go over on the far left hand side and I'm going to hover over orders. I'm going to come down to shipments and I'm going to click on shipments. And I'm not going to go to create shipments, which is what we did on Monday, but I'm going to go to the next button down, which is submit the ASN, which is the advanced shipping notice. Again, what that's doing is letting Amazon know that we are shipping it today. It should arrive in a couple of days, and it's going to have all the tracking information with it, so they can monitor their warehouse and get everything prepared for any orders that are coming in a particular day or so. So I'm going to click on the Submit ASN button, and the 3 US orders have all populated. They're ready to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick the very first order, which is going to Hebron. And so I have the purchase order, the packing slip that we used to pull everything on Monday. I have that in front of me, and I also have the weight of that particular package. So that's the information I'm going to need moving forward. So I'm gonna click on the drop down under Actions on the far right hand side, and I'm gonna move down to Submit ASN and complete the shipment. So that's going to bring up the purchase order again. It's going to have some general information, where it's going, how many SKUs, and the amount that we're shipping. So that's all populated by Amazon. So I'm just going to click Next. And the same with this screen here. Again, it's verifying where it's coming from. It's going to be in one carton. So I'm just going to click on Next, move it through. This is the last page of any changes. If we had to go back, if you remember on Monday, we filled in all the information to the right, which is showing the lot or batch codes, and it's also the expiration dates of any product. So this is all populated by them. I have no reason to change anything at this point. We're shipping 100%, and I'm going to click on Next. And this is the next information is the ship date. Which for some reason Amazon seems to always advance it by a day. So I'm just going to go ahead and change the ship date to the actual day today, which is October 30th. And the estimated delivery date, we always use 2 days. Most orders are going to either Kentucky, Illinois, and they're very close, or Indiana. So they're all within 2 days. So I'm going to use the delivery date of November 1st. 2019. And it's already populated under small parcel. It's going to be 1 carton. It's going to be 1 volume. The weight that we guessed on Monday is not 5 pounds, but after we filled it and weighed it, it's actually 4 pounds. And right here, it's populated from Amazon that they want us to ship it by UPS. So our next box to fill in here is the tracking number. So what we're gonna have to do now is switch over to our UPS account, and we're gonna have to print a shipping label so we can provide Amazon with a tracking number. So we're gonna minimize this screen, and we're going to open up UPS. We're going to log in and confirm login. So on this screen, we just go over to the address book, and we're going to click on the drop down, and we're going to go to Amazon Hebron. All the Amazons are here set forth for whether they're going to Canada or whether they're going to anywhere in the States. So we're going to find the Amazon Hebron, Kentucky, click on that. That will populate all the information of address, so we don't have to fill that in. So we just need to come down and put in the weight, which is going to be 4 pounds. We do not need to put in any other information. At this point, we're going to come down to the purchase order. So we're going to add that in there. I'm going to click on the caps button just to make it more readable on the label. And there's no reason to put any information under their second reference number. That's all that they require. So as you can see here, this particular customer, Amazon, supplies us with their billing numbers for UPS. So it's saying right here that it's going to bill the receiver. It has their information in there on their account number and their zip code. So that just stays the same. That just means they'd rather pay for it and not have us bill them for the cost. So at this point, I can either click on request a smart pickup, which will notify UPS that we have a pickup today, or I can click on find a UPS location and I can drop it off anytime I want. So today, we're going to click on smart pickup. And as soon as I complete this label, it'll notify the UPS driver to make a pickup at our location here at the warehouse. So I'm going to go ahead and hit next. And it's just going to ask me to review my information. So all I'm going to really do is make sure I put in the right Amazon and it's going to Hebron. And obviously the return address and shipping address should be our warehouse. Just to scroll down, at this point everything looks fine. Never really a change here at this point. So I'm going to hit ship now, which is going to bring me up 2 windows. One here is we're ready to print the shipping label. So it always populates to my my Zebra label printer. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the print. You just heard the label print. I'm just going to look at it and verify that it is Hebron. It is all good. And the next window, it's giving me the information of the tracking number, the ground service. It should arrive on November 1st, which was a good guess, and information here, blah, blah, blah. So what I need to do, what Amazon is requesting that where we left off, is they're looking for this tracking number. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy this number. And I'm going to go back to the top tabs and I'm going to click on Vendor Central. And I'm going to come down to the box where we left off. And I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste the tracking number into this bar. Now, as of this time, I still don't have the reference number or invoice number from our headquarters, but it's not overly necessary. When she does her billing and invoicing, she can enter that through the portal. So I'm going to go ahead and skip that. But in this box here, if I did have the information from our headquarters, I would enter in the 5-digit invoice number, but it's not important. It won't delay our shipping. So at this point, I'm going to hit next. And what this next page is showing is Amazon has given this container their own code number. And what they want to do is make sure that the tracking number from UPS populates to that particular number. So I'm just going to left click in this box and it's going to provide the same number I just put in the tracking number to associate both the tracking number with the carton number that they're assigning. So I'm going to go ahead and hit next. And at this point, it's asking me just to review and submit everything. It's coming from us. It's going to Hebron. All the information on the right-hand side is everything we put in. It all looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and submit the advanced shipping notice information to Amazon. So what we really want to see at this point is the message in the top up here. It says advanced shipping notification number they're giving us has been updated successfully. That's what we need to see. So we know that we've done our part to make sure they have advance notice that this is coming in. The last thing we need to do is to come down under carton labels. Remember, it asked us a couple times, are we going to use the vendor central labels? And we always populate that and saying yes. So we're going to go ahead and click on print, and it's just asking us if we want to print these under PDF. It's always populated to that, which we do. We're going to hit print, and it's going to come up with another window of a label. And on this label, which we'll print from our Zebra printer, is again just showing us the same information: ship from, ship to. It's going to be mixed SKUs in the box, letting the customer know that they're going to have 48 of different SKUs inside, so they got to pay attention to that. It's only going to be one carton of one. And down here is the information that they can scan, including the purchase order at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and right click, and I'm going to hit print, and it's set up for my Zebra printer, and I'm going to go ahead and print that label. The label that's going to print on my printer is exactly what it looks like on this page. At this point, we're done with the order. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of this screen, and I'm going to get out of this one. I'm going to leave my Vendor Central tab up here, and I'm going to leave open my UPS because I have 2 more orders to do, which I'm just going to go ahead and follow the same screen. So at this point, if I wanted to go ahead and ship the next order, I'm just going to start all over, and I'm going to hover over orders. I'm going to come down to shipments, and I'm going to go back down to submit ASN, which is where we started off this video. Click on that, and now there's 2 left. So at this point, this will conclude the video for the Amazon Part 3, as we can just follow the video to go through these next 2 if need be.